Hello. I hope this message finds you well. I hope that you're all taking care of yourself and washing your hands and being careful. The world has changed for all of us. While I'm a hermit at the best of times, I felt it was a good time for me to reach out in perhaps a different way, as opposed to another email that's inundating your box. I know I'm getting a lot of emails, a lot of emails. And sometimes they're nice, and sometimes they just kind of remind you of what's going on and how the world has changed, and we're in some kind of, the old curse of may you live in interesting times. We're living them, my friends. I wanted to reach out in a different way and let you know that I'm thinking of all of you and wishing you all the best. And it's times like these that let us know how connected we are, how small this blue planet is that we live on, how the spiral encompasses and takes over all of us. So, I'm really better at writing books than making chit chat. So I thought that perhaps I would tell you a story. I would read you a little bit from Wilding Wood, hoping it would kind of put a small light in your day. It's hard being alive right now. It's always hard being alive, but right now it's particularly hard. And so I want everybody to snuggle up by the fire and listen to a small snippet of a story. I'm going to get my paper here. Let's see if I can do this. This will be interesting. See if I can do. I may not be able to look at this. I'm new at this too, this video thing. So let's see how it goes. The pool is wide and black, a shimmer of half light stretching out, lapping gently against his bare toes. The other side beckons, thick with undergrowth, heavy with trees in first leaf. A wet fog meanders, hanging upon this limb, that bush, plastering his hair to his skull and leaving a velvety scrim upon bare limbs. Fireflies illuminate the moon-spackled mists in fits and starts, skimming reflections upon the opaque mirror of Barrow Mare. Yet something else lurks as well. A passage in the underbrush, a promise of adversity. A passage in the underbrush, a promise of adversity trails ghosts against the water, gleaming. Eyes regard him, winking wet, reflecting the fireflies dancing in the murk. Watching. And in a whirl and woof of breath, sharp tines rise from the mists of the opposite bank. The God-man abandons his cloak of shadows, eyes glowing like a beast faced by torches. The fireflies cut swaths of guilt against ivory skull and horns. Games. A voice croons, are not enough. And the eyes one by one wink out. The horned figure's immense rack dips, green withering, skull face stark from beneath. His cloak falls, turns to ash, sprinkles in a gust of chill wind to scatter the mirror's surface, yet the skull remains, stark and cold. Color leaches from the grass, gray and black, and the skull seems akin to that of the Mariloid. Yet beneath white bone spreads a carpet of green, as if flame has been sent to dry grass, and instead of incineration, there is blossom and leaf unfurling. The skull shivers, then rises, with a cowled figure beneath its bare horn crown, and there is fire behind him, eyes glinting in the blaze blown upon the wind and spreading through the green. Still, it does not burn. It illuminates, gilt and green, the wheels turning. Rebirth, the hooded god-man whispers, the reason, the truth of sacrifice. He lurched upright, fingers tangled in a horse's mane of grass and fire and... Gamelin? Soft and slow the query against his neck, with familiar hands tangled firm in his hair and a lean muscled leg thrown across his hips, for good measure. Tie a knot and hang on, Munch had once said. Plainly, John had been listening. Kumbai, he said, this with a sharp tug to Gamelin's hair. Not horsehair, grass or fire clenched in his hands, but soft linen sheets. Not the company of fireflies in a full moon against the mirror, but the whipcord of a lover cozening him back from a ride on the night mare, and gluey eyes opening to see, past John's worried expression, the solar at Tickhill, dimly lit by a pair of squat candles spiked upon a wall sconce, and the faint light of another dawn. Gamelin sighed into John's hair. I've not had that dream in years, it had been. John merely laid a line of kisses down his breastbone, slid a hand down his belly. A flash of teeth in the dim, and with his free hand John signed, some benefits to dreaming of the Horned One, at least. Gamelin stretched to meet that clever, nimble hand, and started his own reciprocation. He kept to his wife, yes, and to his lover, both of them finding immeasurable comfort in the taste, touch, and smell of what an absent beloved had once held close. And after, John sat up, peering at him with eyes that gleamed all uncanny. Mayhap, he signed against the growing light, it's finally time. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a little snippet. I've been steadily whittling away at Wilding Wood. I'm getting closer. It's getting closer to done. I think I'm going to miss. No, there's no thinking to it. I'm going to miss them. But I'm also going to be very glad to be working on new things. So, one thing I did want to say before I go is that don't forget that the libraries have our books. They have all of the wood books that are available from Forest Path Books. They have all of those books, and Scribd has I believe all of the books now. And both of these services ensure that authors get some payment for their work, which all of us need in times like these, but also it means that you get to read them for free. The libraries buy the licenses for the books, and they loan them out. Now, I know a lot of libraries are closed here in Washington State, or particularly in this area. I'm north of Seattle. Particularly in this area, the libraries are closed. But Overdrive is not. Overdrive is available online if you have access somehow to online. I mean, I know not everybody does, but probably a lot of you that will be listening to this do, because you'll be listening to it online. So don't forget, if you want something to read, if you want my books to read, you can get them for free through the libraries. All you have to do is request them, and they'll get them in. They're available now. I know, again, at times like these, money is tight. A lot of us aren't working. I teach dance classes um, as a sideline. I've taught dance classes for a very long time, but my dance classes aren't happening right now. We're looking into doing some virtual classes, which I will be alone in the studio teaching people over the computer. So some of my students will be hopefully coming back for those classes. But yeah, cash is strapped right now. So I totally get it. It's a tough time for everybody. So request the books from your library. Even if they don't have them on your Overdrive system, you can request them and they will get them in. And then you can read the books for free. I'm hoping to do a couple of specials on my books too. The two audiobooks are presently, they're gone wide. So they're available. Again, the audiobooks are available through the library, through Overdrive. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I didn't mean to drop you. Sorry about that. Oops. So, I am sorry. So, request the audiobooks from the library. The first two are available wide now, not just through Audible, but also through Findaway Voices, which distributes to libraries. So all you have to do is contact your Overdrive system. Say, I want to get these I want to listen to these audiobooks, and you can. Both Greenwood and Shirewood are available on audio. And Winterwood, hopefully, my schedule has been pushed back, like all of us, because of what's going on. Things have kind of been pushed back, and we've been focusing on living and trying to survive right now. So we're all hunkering down and surviving and hiding in the forest. So the evil king doesn't take us down. Anyway, I do wish all of you the best of health, the best that we can possibly have. I hope that you all are in good spirits, and I hope that you will work and survive. Bendith to all of you, and the best. Bye.